We're going to put the third plank on course number 3 starboard this afternoon. It's already made and painted.
This guy's already ready to go in?
Oh, it's been cut, molded, fitted, and painted.
And here we go, the last of its kind.
Done. Guaranteed to fit, right?
Guaranteed to fit.
Third try. There she goes.
July 15th, 2014. Holy mackerel. How time goes.
How much you want for this boat? I got about $117.
I got about 30 bucks.
I got 30 bucks.
Clint, are you in?
No. Thanks, guys. Jeez. That makes me feel really good.
Oh, yeah. Well, we're a couple bucks shy, so you're going to begin to appreciate the twist in these planks. See on the port side?
Absolutely.
They go from just past vertical up there to over 45-degree twist in about 15 feet. And that's why we have to split them and then mold them each day. We're going to put the third plank on course number 3 starboard this afternoon. It's already made and painted and molded and fitted. So we're going to clamp it up, pre-drill it, run the batten on the bottom edge of it, and then spread the glue and bolt it in. Started sanding. I don't know if you remember, well, you can see the starboard side. You have to leave a lot of material in this area because you're going to be taking a lot of it off to get that barrel shape. So if you look at the port side, which is almost there, got a little to go, and you see how the starboard side of the planks are very proud and bulging and sticking out.
Oh, I see how,
Yeah.
like, it doesn't.
Right. So when you get about 3 planks on, then you can start the shaping process. Because if you just plank the whole boat right now, you'd get kind of lost in space, you know, as the real shape. And then you can see the butts, how they're bolted. Some of their plank lines weren't quite right. So to keep the planks even, we've adjusted as we go.
I mean, the thickness of the plank,
Well,
the width of the plank.
Yeah, the thickness and the width, and how they end up on the stem. If you want them to be
Stacked nicely.
I mean, it's going to be painted, but still, it's just one of those things you do out of
no, because we need some pictures of this before we paint it.
Well, yeah. I mean, and it's just a good practice, that's all. And then once we get about 6 or 8 planks per side, we'll go in and sand them and put the finish coat on and detail where they come into the frame.
Are you happy with the way it's coming out?
Oh, I love it. It's going to be very strong because the way we're bolting it, of course, and we're using the same old holes that the rivets came through, bolting it and glue, edge gluing.
This guy's already ready to go in?
Oh, it's been cut, molded, fitted, and painted.
Cut, molded, fitted, and painted. So now it's just literally installing it.
Well, we have to still
prep it with some prep work.
Well, now we're going to bring it in and fit it to here.
Okay.
And then we have to run a batten on here to get our bottom edge. And then pre-drill it. Then we'll take it down, spread the glue, and bolt it in.
Yeah. See all the new bolting. And here we go, the last of its kind. The third plank in the course.
Yeah.
So that's the leading edge. That's the one we're butting up.
Yeah. See how it's shaped. This shape, you know, diminishes almost flat up at the butt.
That's what decent little twist in it. So what are we gonna do? Fit this in and then drill it, baby.
I'm ready, Freddie. Another thing, as we go down with the planks, there's a lot less stuff in our way. You know, clamp, like longitudinal. God, this is a nightmare.
Oh, I see. You still haven't cut the butt.
Yeah. Now, you have to wait till these two planks are in, because from here to the bow, nearly 40 feet, and tightening, bolting, and screwing the plank in, it actually elongates, not really, but as it pulls into the hull, it gets a little longer, so you can't be accurate.
No, not until you get this one in.
You good?
Yeah.
Need to pull this bottom in just a little bit. Whew. Okay. Done. All right, let's pull it. Well, what you do when you're planking down, you'll hear people say, well, you don't need a square on a boat, nothing square. Well, if you cut all your butts square down from the seam on the top of the plank,
right,
you don't have a bunch of weird layout. It is what it is. When you're going up, you square it off from the bottom edge of the plank. It keeps you from having to just do a lot of guesswork.
You're certainly at the butt point.
Guaranteed to fit, right?
Guaranteed to fit.
Third try. You always put a little chamfer here. Yeah, these little stern planks are actually more work than the 20 footers. You have to mold them, and split them, and shape them, and monkey around with them. You might have to run a wedge or two, I don't know.
Okay. Let's see if we go first. So if it fits pretty decent now, do you will you drill it without taking it out again?
Oh yeah. We're gonna drill it right now, I can tell you that, because it's fitting nice. There she goes. So what we're doing now is you want to get the bottom edge of this plank to flow into those two forward planks. So when your next plank below comes by, at the butt especially, that's where everybody makes a mistake.
So is this a standard thing of using a batten like this? Is this something that people have done? Is this just your way of solving the problem?
Well, it's something I came up with years ago, because a lot of times when you're repairing boats, you're working by yourself. So you have to come up with shortcuts and ways of helping yourself eyeball stuff and get the right shape, because sometimes you're dealing with things that are 30, 40 feet long. This line we're drawing,
yes,
is the plank line on the inside of the plank touching the frames. Well, because the boat's very round right here, we have to put some engage in this plank.
Sure.
So that it's basically square to receive the next plank below it. You just don't plane it square.
Otherwise you'd have an open V.
And then you have to adjust on the other plank. and keep building on itself. We're going to drill the plank.
Oh, now we're going to drill. Okay. Batten down.
Yeah.
Batten down the hatches. It's all bolted, no screws at this point.
Well, there's
right?
some screws because there's longitudinals you can't get
Okay.
behind them.
Yeah.
And other interferences.
Now, when he comes out a certain way, how do you know you're going in at the same?
You can feel it.
You can feel it.
Now, hang on a second. Wait. I'll get that clamp. Good?
Yeah.
It's looking pretty good.
Close to 45 degrees when it's up there. Okay, here we go. Why is it that everything we've done the last several years has been a crisis?
It's always in crisis mode.
Everything's a crisis.
No, because Americans don't act when it's normal. They only act in crisis.
Banking.
Instead of planning and taking science seriously,
Yeah, thank you.
you know. Swing low, sweet chariot.
Long song. Long church.
Don't you feel that way, though? An indentured servant to this boat? You're a slave to my boat,
Well, here's the deal.
albeit a paid one.
When planking, you just put your nose down and just go one at a time. That's all you can do. As soon as that Sharpie line disappears, we know we're done. He's going to take out course 25, port and starboard, stem to stern.
How many days of work is that right there, you think?
Day
each side?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a couple of days. And then cleaning them up.
Cleaning him up. He's got to go ahead and finish his bolting in the chain plates areas.
Okay, another day or so.
Yeah, and then he's got a bunch of bolts sticking out pretty long inside. We're going to cut those off with a wheel.
Okay,
Clean them up.
another day.
Yeah, and then drop the scaffold down a little bit and I'll be back.
As we say goodbye to the boys, as they finish up the third course, their third course,
2 5/8.
we'll see you in 2 weeks, probably at the very beginning of
Oh, that's gotta be screwed.
August.